It's so nice to be here with you this morning. It's morning time where I am, wherever you are in the evening. Welcome to day 4 of the Laughter and Joy Reset. Why do we need a laughter and joy reset? Well, when we are living in relation to the world outside of us, with all the situations and circumstances and things happening that are way beyond our control, when we're living outside of that, what happens is we start to feel nervous, we start to feel overwhelmed because we're basing our joy, our happiness, our connection on the people and situations outside of us. And don't get me wrong, it's very important to have connection with other people. It's actually a non-negotiable need, all right? But we also are looking for connection with ourselves. I know for me, I know when I feel needy, when I feel sad, when I feel just like all alone, oftentimes it's a time for upping my self-care and beginning to really love and appreciate myself for all that I've been through. And oftentimes when we're going through an experience like I've been going through, many of you know I shattered my upper arm bone last year, and I'm still healing from that. I had surgery, it's healing, yay! And this is a process, right? Life is a process. Life is in session. And each one of us have these burdens that we're dealing with. Perhaps we've labeled them burdens. Perhaps they're just life in session that feels uncomfortable, that feels painful, that feels overwhelming. And you know what? When we make it okay, instead of placing resistance, right? Like pushing up against it. When we're pushing up against that thing, it's resisting. And it, you know, that whole adage, what you resist persists. So when we're resisting it, it gets bigger and louder. And so the reason I love a laughter practice is it's, again, emotional hygiene for our body, mind, and spirit, for our emotions, for our all the parts of us that hold, right, that clench, that, oh, I don't, right? So we're just going to do a little laughter this morning, and I want to engage you and invite you to prime your laughter pump, all right? So first, for the newbies, let's practice a little simulated laughter, okay? And what we're working to do is liberate our diaphragm. So the diaphragm is the center point for the parasympathetic nervous system. And that part of the nervous system helps us to rest and digest, to restore and renew. And hey, Chris, hi, Marcia. And what we want to do when that's happening, when we're resting and digesting, we're giving our bodies an opportunity to reset and restore. The body can't renew when it's trying to be in fight or flight all the time, right? Clenching, holding the breath, getting anxious, creating remembered responses. My remembered response is that, right? My body, when things get tense, I hold my breath and my eyebrows go up. Oh, but fortunately, I've learned how to laugh with that. And laughter creates breath. So first, we're just going to let ourselves simulate a little laughter to get ourselves warmed up. So tap right here on your diaphragm. Take a breath and breathing it down, restoring oxygen and movement into the body. Again, nice deep inhale, in, and It just makes me want to laugh. You know, that laughter for me now is spontaneous and effervescent because my body loves it. For years and years and years, all of my childhood and most of my adult life until probably about 15 years ago, I was clenching, I was overthinking, I was in a remembered response of the past that I thought might occur in this moment. Right? And it wasn't conscious. It was built into my body, which is why we need to have a laughter and joy practice to just help ourselves relief and release all of the intensity. All right. So this is an exercise by a student and a dear friend of mine, Lori. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out some of the heavy places, and we're just going to say, ha, ha. Anything, we're just pretending, right? The imagination, the curiosity, that engages the right side of the brain, and that's where dopamine is released, right? When you are being curious, you're releasing dopamine. So let's just get curious. Like we're going into a closet and we're saying like, I don't need this. I don't need this. Ah, 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 ah. We might even say, goodbye. And if you're standing, I'm just standing and bouncing on the balls of my feet. We're just shaking it out. If you're seated, just sort of wiggle in your chair. If you're taking care of your body or you're recovering some type surgery or injury, just do what you can. Listen to your body. This is all about you finding your way back to home in you and what feels good for you and how you can generate joy in your body. Where does joy come from in your body? So taking a nice deep inhale. And so yesterday we talked a little bit, I did the exercise crying laughter, and I talked a little bit about opening to those places within us that are feeling like the mind and the mental thoughts has gotten dropped into the body and created a feeling tone sensation. And what we want to do is meet that and move it through and really allow the spine to open. You know, as a yoga teacher, I'm always teaching, to really activate the spine in the many different directions as we engage the breath. So we're just going to do a little practice. We did it yesterday, but I just want to bring it into especially since my angel is back here. This is called the angel wings. And this actually comes from a practice I teach called grief yoga, but I've incorporated it into laughter yoga because tears and laughter release the same chemicals, all right? So I want to invite you to begin having an experience of your body. Inhale, exhale. Beginning moving through, imagining that there's angel wings around you. And we're going to engage a little bit of laughter, breathing in. And you might engage a little tears. Tears might come up while you're doing this because we're releasing energy. Last time. Shake it out. Feel movement in your body. Feel breath in your body. Feel what it feels like to be alive and awake and connected to your body, even when you don't feel like it, all right? You don't have to be happy and to be breathing, obviously, because we're all walking around breathing and feeling automatically grumpy because it's just a habit and a remembered response. But also, we can practice laughter for no reason at all. We could just practice. I know, it seems really fake It does. Because when I first started this, I thought, oh my God, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. Ooh, I don't think I could do that. I mean, why are we doing it? Why? Why? Take a breath. But you know what? The body doesn't know the difference. The body doesn't know the difference. So you can be laughing, receiving the health benefits, happy chemicals can be dumping into your system, and your body doesn't know the difference. Your mind, absolutely. Just put your mind right over there. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. We'll get back to you in a moment. All right. We want to set boundaries with all those voices, okay? And we want to allow ourselves to breathe and to open and expand and liberate all of the heaviness in our system, all right? So let's just imagine you have these big hands, make them like 3 times as big, all right? And we're just going to simulate an imaginary response, like we are gathering up all the heaviness. We're just liberating a little stuck energy in the system, okay? So I'm just going to gently bend down and take my hands. Ooh, 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 ooh. We're just going to throw it away. Just liberate it from your system. Let's go to this side. Inhale. Ah, 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 ah. This time all in one movement. Here we go. And now let's have a laughter snowball fight. Ha, 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 ha. Very good. Very good. Yay. Do it with me. Very good. Very good. Yay. Arms up in the air. Hold your arms high. Feel that power and strength. This is a power pose. You might see me not lifting my arm all the way up because I'm still healing from a surgery, but it will get up there. And if you can get up there, take your arms all the way up there. Feel the power of your body. Feel what happens when you change your state. Physically, emotionally, mentally, we can change, all right? So take an inhale. Engage those smiling muscles and tapping right here in your beautiful heart. Engaging those smiling muscles. And inhale. And so a vital part of a laughter and joy practice is loving kindness and self-compassion. So moving into your self-compassion pose, we are learning how to self-soothe, to connect to ourselves, to engage the mammalian response that all of our bodies have, which is for care and kindness. And even when you give someone a hug, when you receive a hug, that releases a flow of oxytocin. So we're just going to do that with ourselves right now. So you can grab your arms, you can place your hands on your heart. I like to put a hand on my cheek and a hand on my heart. So finding your connection with yourself, softening your gaze. We're making friends. We're making friends right now with all the many parts of us that have opinions and ideas. They're worried, they're afraid. Those neglected parts from the past that come forward. Just take a breath with them. Just take a breath. In this deep connection, we offer forgiveness. You can even just hum like that. That activates the vagus nerve, creates a flow of well-being. Inhaling. And we could engage the Ho'oponopono prayer here. We could say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's been so hard. Please forgive me for not always listening, for not always being there for you. I love you. I love you. I know sometimes it's really hard and you're really suffering, but you're doing a great job, and I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for your kindness. All of those parts, letting them know they're not alone, that you're there for them. All we're doing is engaging that loving parent within instead of having that critical inner voice. Engaging your smiling muscles, bringing your presence back here, and we're just going to giggle our way out, simulate it. You know, once you start doing it with me and doing it more often, and it becomes a practice, it becomes real and contagious. But right now, it might not be, you know, it might be forced. It might be forced. And that's okay. That's okay, because you're moving through a logjam right inside. Your body has been trained to feel worried, to feel afraid, to feel nervous, to feel overwhelmed, right? We're closing in on ourselves. We're protecting ourselves. Open up the lungs, open up the rib cage, all right? Engage those smiling muscles and just join me for a little bit of simulated laughter. Inhale, sighing it out. Connecting with yourself and taking a little bow, acknowledging and appreciating yourself for showing up and for being willing to engage in some crazy thing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for all that you do in the world and all the ways that you support yourself and give yourself kind, loving care. You matter and you're so valuable. I appreciate you. Thanks for showing up. See you tomorrow.